Okay, so you just real quickly, and I want to make sure everyone kind of caught that name of the new business that you've opened.
Oh yeah, so it's actually called Peak Boudoir.
Okay.
I wanted to create a space for women to empower women, especially with what women go through every day. And I wanted to keep it separate from Mandy Penn photography because I wanted it to be a specialty, and I wanted to create different clients. Also, I am in business with my amazing friend and fellow photographer Kaylee Anadon, and she actually does the hair and makeup. So we take them, our clients, from the very first step to the very last step, and we create like this beautiful book and these gorgeous images that just empowers women. So it's like it's very fulfilling on my end because I can see women like coming out of their shell, and it's not, a lot of people think of boudoir and they think, oh, that's risque, but it's not. It doesn't have to be, and the way we do it is very classic and very just very real and beautiful. You know what I mean? It's not risque or raunchy at all, which I love, and some people like that, and that's fine. We wouldn't be the best photographers for them, but we just like to capture real, and that's that's what we do. So
that sounds really cool.
Yeah.
I think I did glamour shots way back in the. Do you remember?
Yep, I did those with my mom.
And this is kind of it. And I know this is not what you're doing, but that's what it kind of reminds me of. Is like you go in, you get the hair, the makeup, the jacket. And I had the jacket. It was like a American Stars and Stripes. Flip the collar.
Yeah.
I love that the '80s are coming back too with that glitz and glitter and the big hair, and that's fun stuff. I think that's really cool.
Yeah.
Getting back to you, so I know when you got picked apart that day in Denver, unfortunately, because you're beautiful, you said that set you off in a different path. And so let's talk a bit more about that path. Because we all come to crossroads.
Right, yeah.
Let's talk about the path you decided to take.
Yeah, so I was 25 when that happened. I had been modeling for a few years, and they picked me apart, and I knew that we were going to be here for a while, if not forever, in Colorado. And so I was like, well, and then it was one of the biggest modeling agencies, so I was like, well, if they don't want me, then no one else does. Oh, wow. So you know what, I'm just gonna, it's been 4 years, so let's try to start having kids. Like, that seems about right. If my body is not perfect anyway, let's just screw it up a little bit more, which is obviously worth it to have kids. I would not trade my kids for anything, but that's immediately where my head went, is like, okay, well, I'm screwed up already, so I'll just mess my body up a little more, but I get kids out of it. So we tried for kids. I had a miscarriage in October of, gosh, all the years just like fly by, of 2012, I don't. Everything is like a jumble lately. But then we got pregnant a year later exactly, and then we had the twins. So I have a boy and a girl, McKenna and Declan. They're 8 now. But as soon as I had them, I was like, okay, well, that's it. Like, I'm good. I'm a mom. So this is my job. And then I noticed that they grew so fast. And like Declan, I looked at Declan the other day, and he grew an inch in the past 3 months. This kid. And I'm like, this is not okay. So then I was like, okay, well, I can pay all these people to do photography, but so Caleb bought me a camera, and I was like, I'm just going to dabble in it. We'll see what happens. And then as soon as I started taking pictures, and I started to like really figure out how to use my camera, not on auto, on manual, and know how to, what light to let in and what settings to use, I just fell in love, and I couldn't get enough. So
are you able then, and I know that and you kind of talked about it, I don't know that we've actually talked about it here, but I think we talked about it a little bit earlier, that the Mandy Penn photography business focuses a lot on family pictures and engagement photos and new baby photos, but you do some business headshots and kind of lifestyle. And that's how I know you, because a really good friend of mine, I think he had some family portraits done. He and his husband had family portraits done with you, and then he recommended you to me for the firm.
Yeah, and that was actually towards the beginning of my photography career. So I actually started charging and like actually taking pictures for other people only about 3.5 years ago. But I am a person that once I have something in my mind, I don't stop, and I go full. I jump in head first. You know what I mean?